All right, guys, welcome into today's video. Sorry I took a couple days break. If you want to know why I took a couple days break, stay to the end of this video and I'll explain that. So let's get in here to it, guys. Overall, today in the market, I'm going to hide the camera here. You can see pretty red market. But if you look here, there is one category that is just blazing green right now, and that's right. It's going to be right below me. That's right, the energy sector. The oil stocks are like all green. As you can see here, ExxonMobil, you can see them like all the oil and gas, all this here, energy, oil and gas. It's just all green. So I think we're going to start to see what I was predicting, guys, about the oil prices possibly hitting $150. That's my projection. We'll see whether I'm right or wrong. We talked about in the last video that there's people out there projecting $140 a barrel oil here in the summer. So let's go take a look at some of the stuff going on here. I want to start out here with Meta Support Channel shared today about this article here. Warren Buffett, he had 8 quotes as he bets big on Chevron and Oxy. So thank you to Meta Support Channel for sharing this. And here's the article. I'm just going to give you the headline on it. But Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway has plowed about $27 billion into Chevron and Occidental Petroleum this year. Here are 8 of Buffett's best quotes about investing in the oil business, and there you go. So, probably the best investor, the most popular, most well-known investor of all time, is betting huge on oil right now. That's right. Even though oil has gone up, it's kind of on a cooler right now, and oil is kind of looking half decent. So, yeah, we know we're all bullish on oil. All right, so the next thing I wanted to cover... Here we go. So on oilprice.com, let's take a look at the oil prices real quick. So WTI crude's at $97.31. Brent crude hanging at $105.90. And natural gas is just going crazy at $8.82. So, but here's something interesting. This article here, traders are betting on the end of the oil price slump. Yes. So if you go back and probably pull a 30 to 60 day chart on all the oil companies, they're down 25 to 40% here from the highs just a couple months ago. And people starting to think that oil is going to start going back up. And I kind of think that too. We'll see whether I'm right or wrong. But here you can see a couple bullet points out of this article is that the money managers have started to close out short positions on oil. That's pretty huge to know. The oil price slump that started in mid-June could be about to reverse. The disconnect between the physical crude market and paper crude remains large. And this article here gives a lot of stuff, a lot of great information about oil and how the prices are going to be possibly changing. So, like I said, you can go check that out here on oilprice.com. Side note, also a very special someone put a like on Meta Support Channel's post. So I want to take you through here the 15 likes. And you can see me, Tony Market Moves, and we got a certain someone down here at Drake. John Berta put a like on that. So we know John Berta really isn't going to make any more comments, but he will put a like on the post, being that Warren Buffett is still bullish on oil. So like I said, I'd really like to be happy if either Chevron or Oxy would be potential buyers of this. That'd be fantastic. All right, so let's go here and take a look at some of the general information we got today. Markets were not happy. I believe Walmart posted earnings today and Walmart got destroyed. But take a look here at the current S&P, the futures here. S&P futures down 13.5 points. The Dow futures down 134 points. The NASDAQ futures down 56.5 points. The Russell is down 4 points and crude oil is positive right now. So we'll see how that shakes out. Metamaterials lost a little bit today, 0.38%. Stayed flat after hours. Volume was really light today. Our average is 6.3 million in volume, 2.288 million in volume, so pretty low on that. MMTLP was down 2.76%. I must say I'm still upset. I'd like this to go down a lot more. So we'll see if the market makers can up their game and get this MMTLP to go down. But average volume is about 320,000 shares, and we traded a little over 240,000 shares. All right, so I want to touch base here and give a shout out to James Everett. He has a couple great posts out here from TD Ameritrade. So thank you for sharing this information. So this was back on July 22nd, and he emailed TD Ameritrade And they responded back with this question. Good question. If you have a short position in a company and that decide to go public, you will indeed need to cover your position beforehand, or you will mostly likely be forced to buy back the share at a certain rate. Wow. So that's pretty interesting there. So that was on the 22nd. He has his post out here today, and it has some great information in it, but there's a couple key things that I want to cover. Here you can see, I think I said, thank you again for James for sharing this information. And here you can see, are you seeing any failure to delivers on TD Ameritrade side for TRCH? And so will those have to be covered? In your opinion, will they need to be covered at other brokers? TD Ameritrade responds, if we are not able to locate shares to lend a client, the securities are bought back the same day. I am sorry to say that it's not possible to determine if or when there will be forced buybacks. And here he says, are short sellers ever at a point where they can't get trapped and not have to cover? So here it says, let me get that down here. Short sellers are able to hold a position with us as long as we have the shares to lend or locate them at a third party, and they are meeting their margin requirements. So basically, if they get a margin call, as long as they deposit the money in for that margin call, it sounds like they'll be okay. Not that we want them to be okay, but that's kind of what we're getting here from this. If we do not have the shares to lend, the shares are bought back. If the stock is halted and we do not have the shares, the obligation would simply remain open in the account till the stock began trading again or the company was dissolved. In the case of a dissolved company, a liquidation value would be determined by the courts to determine what a trader owed. In respect to lit market and dark pools, markets do shorts have to cover in both. So let's keep continuing here. All right. So here it says, if a short stock trader decides or is forced to close their position, most likely the order would be routed to a dark pool since most trading takes place there. However, trader could direct route to an exchange if they wished. For a forced buyback, we do not direct route, and the order may not have to go back to a dark pool. Then great question here from James. Are people able to short MMTLP on the OTC market? And TD Ameritrade says, not at our firm. However, there are likely investors somewhere that are short MMTLP. So that's pretty interesting that they worded that. Just me thinking here, my personal thoughts. So TD Ameritrade saying you can't short MMTLP on them, but they say those words that not at our firm. However, there are likely investors somewhere that are short MMTLP. So I found that a little interesting that they did make that little comment in there. And it says, and lastly, hedge funds are required to cover short positions as well when the company becomes unlisted / non-trading. Here it says, TD Ameritrade responds with hedge funds would have to follow the clearing rules of the firm they are using to clear trades. I'm sorry to say that this is outside of the scope of our business and little insight is available. So that was Jerry there in the margin risk department for TD Ameritrade. So like I said, thank you again to James for giving us that information. And shout out here to MetaMaterial News and StockCube for giving us this information. Meta's new facility is expected to be completed in October 2022. I believe StockCube was at the most recent event that MetaMaterials has. And here's a couple quotes. Meta's new facility, which we expect to be complete in October 2022, is absolutely top spec. And Dr. David Chester there, and he has another one here, quote, be patient, it's coming, Dr. Antonitis. So that's pretty exciting to know that like something is coming and it's going to be meta related. So not only do we got the excitement of MMTLP going into NextBridge, but we also got a little something here coming for MMAT as well. That is awesome. That's like a win-win, guys. And just a quick rundown here of the Fintel. Days to cover is 10.61 days. And there is 9.1 million shares available to be lent or short at this leading prime brokerage. Short bar fee is still hanging in at 19%. So, I mean, you know, it's still hanging up there. And they shorted the hell out of us today at a 65.96%. We had a low volume day and the shorts are like, well, I should say the shorts and the bots are like, let's just short it again because, you know, that's what the market's doing. The market was red overall except gas and oil and energy and all. That was booming pretty good. Average short volume ratio is 65.60. So yeah, I think that is about it, guys, for today's video. And let me touch base on why I took a couple days break. So if you didn't know, yesterday was my birthday. That's right, July 24th was my birthday. So just basically, man, been grinding, getting these videos out. And I said, you know what, it's time to take the weekend off, spend it with family, friends. And we were just, you know, having a good old time, getting in the pool, went out to dinner, had a great time, did a little R&R. And this week coming up, I'm probably, well, not probably, but I am going on a vacation. I do have the internet package. I've did videos before on vacation. We're going on a cruise. I'm debating if I'm really going to take my laptop, and so that way still be able to do videos, but I may just use my phone like I did before. So I don't know. I'm debating on what I'm going to do, or if I'm just not going to post anything at all. Maybe just do quick little updates here and there while on the boat, because I think a lot of people like that. Doing because I'm gonna be on the Carnival Mardi Gras. It's gonna be a lot of cool stuff. I'll have a lot of videos, a lot of pictures, so I'll probably throw some in some of the videos. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I also shared on my YouTube where Right Brain Trader did a great video on exposing the Alpha Clown, and Ali at Trading Secrets exposed the, what was he called, the Alpha Clown, I think is what he called him as well, Alpha Clown. But yeah, just funny videos. I hit them. We got 3 people now that's talked about that goofball. So yeah, don't know what he's talking about. So I did the first video, Right Brain came out, and now we got Ali in there as well. So yeah, I'm glad that, you know, we kind of debunked the FUD, because I don't know if he is getting paid or not getting paid on MMTLP. It wouldn't surprise me, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said, if he's actually going to talk about it, I want him to get the price down. It's not going down enough. So I need MMTLP market cap to go down lower so I could buy more. So, you know what I'm talking about. So hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please smash thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and I'll catch you all next video, guys. Peace.